Welcome to the Golden Nuggets.
Are you unsure about how to start your own business? Wondering which business model to choose? Let's make it easy. Aliyah Rizq Holdings is giving you a chance to become an agent for Kurban services, and you don't need any startup money to begin. This opportunity is not just about making money. It also matches your faith, and you can earn a good income if you're good at closing deals. The best way to learn about business is actually by doing it. So why not try this out? If you never try, you'll never know what you can achieve. Interested in this opportunity? Sign up to become a Kurban agent today at tgnpodcast.com/ARH agent. Start your business journey now. Hey, welcome back to another podcast, another part of Golden Nugget podcast, and we still have Shad Salleh.
Yeah. All right. So just now we're talking about how you actually were going through your life's journey. What happened where you suddenly decide, hey, I want to take a break and I want to start my own marketing firm or something like that?
Oh, well, if you were to look at it, I've always been a career guy.
Okay.
Okay. I thought that by working hard, you can actually go up the career ladder.
The ladder,
Right. Okay. So the aim back then, the ambition, was to lead a company, right? Either taking up CMO role, years of experience, or maybe even higher.
Okay.
Right. But hajat tak kesampaian.
Okay.
What happened?
Every dream, you bound to face a stumbling block why you can move forward. Okay. 7 years ago, bro, I was 37 at the point of time. Yeah. What happened was the company I was with, was bought over by another company.
Okay.
Right. So as you know, when it comes to acquisitions, somebody has to walk out. Correct, right? Okay, so they had a face-off, for the management people, key management people. So back then, by 2017, I was one of them already.
Okay.
Right. But not at the C level, but senior manager.
Okay.
Okay. I was in charge of marketing for the company that I was with. So what happened was, we sat through, the whole acquisition period, until the full takeover and all that. It took quite some time, because the company is on its own, they are run by board of directors.
Yeah.
Correct, right? You see. So when the buyout, happens and all that, right? Then 2 weeks, after that, I was called up to the HR.
Okay.
Golden handshake.
Not really that, the golden handshake was the next day.
Okay.
Golden handshake was the next day.
Okay.
Hey, can you let us know, because the everyone needs to submit their password and everything. Can you give me the latest update, for your password?
That's weird.
Wait, they asked you for your password?
Password, bro. Password to the system.
Okay.
To the software.
Okay.
The CRM.
CRM, okay.
Right, the password to your CRM. Because if you're a senior manager, you have full access to all the files and all the inside the CRM, right?
Yeah.
You know that, right? Okay, so was asking me for my password, whether did I make any changes and all that, right? So I kind of suspect.
Fishy,
Okay, why would you be asking me? 2 weeks
and
after
can they do that or not?
Sorry?
Can they do that?
She's a director of HR, of course. Director of HR can ask you for anything.
Okay.
Work related,
Yeah.
related.
Yeah, work,
work related. So of course, I have to comply. This is my what do you call it? My account, right? Okay, that's it.
That's all.
So the next day, but I sense something's not right somewhere.
Okay.
So the next day, as usual, I came to work. There about 10 o'clock, I was called to her office again. Then after that, she sat me down. So she said, I'm being put in a very bad position.
Okay.
She's not a new management, yeah?
Okay.
She's the old one with us.
Okay.
Right? I've been put in a very bad position, right now. First things foremostly, I know that, that you have a 6 months old son. You see, we have
Back then,
back then you have a 6-month-old son. We are very happy for you and all that. But this is strictly business, and it's not my decision. I want you to know first.
Okay.
We are letting you go. Okay.
How do you feel at that point of time?
Of course, bro.
Down,
My son was 6 months old, bro.
Yeah, and I believe you also put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears to your career, right?
I mean, to the career. Anyone who have done that now, you're married. Then after that, you have your kid, your first child, and 6 months. When your son was just 6 months old, and you lose your job. So I was thinking, back then, to me at that point of time, the job was everything. It was also a pride for me, So to my in-laws that I'm holding a very stable job and kind of things, right? So it's like kind of pride. So when you lose that source of income, it hits you, that bad. It really hits you, that bad. You see, so. But I was left with no choice.
Yeah.
If you're going to let me go, you're going to let me go. I can't say that. Can I
Save me.
appeal?
Yes,
Can I request to stay? You can't. You can't do that. Correct, right?
Yeah.
So I have to accept it. If any of you have ever been retrenched before, or asked to leave, asked to leave from your former employer, you have felt the same thing, because the hardest thing to do is to pack your things
And go.
and take your slow walk.
Yeah.
You get what I mean, right? You see, so I just have to do that. And, when I went back home, I was just lying on my bed. Okay, and to make it worse, right, I don't even know how to explain to my wife. And bear in mind one thing, my wife, ever since that she got pregnant, okay, she conceived, she became a housewife.
Oh, she stopped working.
Yep, exactly.
So sole breadwinner.
Basically, I was the sole breadwinner throughout the entire period of my marriage, even till today. Okay, so at the point of time when you lose your only source of income, I mean, as a man in the family, how can you accept it? It's going to be very difficult,
Yeah.
Right? No matter how much money no matter what you have in your saving, that would not last long.
Yes.
You need to have a career. You need to have continuing income, to feed your family. You see, so I went back. It took me like about 1 week to really settle down. Right. Basically, the whole week after I was retrenched, I don't even know what to do. Okay, I was just relaxed. I was just trying to to calm my nerve and all that. Right. Just to be at where you are. Okay, so what I meant at where I am, right, to accept that, okay, look here, you have been retrenched, right, it's time to move on. That's the difficult part about it.
Okay.
You get what I mean, right? That's the difficult, letting go. Letting go is always, it's the same thing, you've had any failed relationship before?
Yeah.
What's the hardest part?
Getting over.
Getting over it, right?
Yeah.
It's the same thing, letting go. Have you ever lost someone in life? I think each of us have that, right? Have experienced that. Yeah, the hardest is letting go.
The feeling sucks, man.
Yes. Sucks big time, man.
And
Sucks big time.
really.
and this kind of thing, only time will heal.
Yeah, time will heal. Exactly. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. Time will heal. So, I had to come to my senses, right? I had to accept it. Okay, and it took like about 1 week plus before, I began to update my resume, right? Then began to send applications.
But when did you tell your wife?
On the
after?
same day, that night lah.
On the
Oh,
same
same
day.
day. Yeah, how she react?
Yeah. How did she react?
Of course, she's worried. But I think my wife, I'm thankful. I married an amazing woman. Married an amazing woman. She told me, "Kalau tak ada rezeki tak apalah. Try to find another one." Not even a word that said, "What did you do to your company?" Did you do anything wrong? And that kind of thing. You see, I was thankful. Because during the darkest period of my life, she was there for me. She told me, "Kalau dah tak ada rezeki tak apalah, then find another one." Just that alone,
Nice.
right? But the idiot in me, right, could not, hold on to words immediately, right? So I choose to wait, I choose to last out, for about 1 week. I think basically it's about your how you want to contain, and it's also anguish, it's also anger,
Yeah.
disappointment, everything all rolled into one.
Right.
And fear of not being able to be a dad I've always imagined myself wanting to be to my son. You see, that's the fear. I mean, your father, I think you know it better.
Yeah.
Right? Yourself as well. You get what I mean, right? We always have this thing at the back of mind, right? Hey, we want to be like our father.
Yeah.
Yes.
How he
Or even
has-
better, than him. You get what I mean, right? And to make sure that whatever that we didn't have in life, our son are able to have it, or our kids are able to have it,
Correct.
and we strive for that constantly.
Yeah.
Correct, right? I mean, any dad, in that frame of mind, will always be having that, in mind. I want to give you a better life. Simple as that.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Correct. The kind of life
women
that I don't have, I want you to have it, because I see the joy in you. You see, and that is where my contentment comes in.
Right.
Agree, right?
Yes.
Correct, right? You see, so that's the thing, and when the retrenchment happened, I took it personally as my failure. Okay, not being able, to provide for him. And I do not know. The fear is I do not know how long it will last.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uncertainty.
Correct.
But it's not your fault.
Yeah, it's not my fault though.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's not my fault. Okay, it's true. It's not my fault. But the thing is that,
It happens.
when you're retrenched, right? You know that you don't have a source of money to come in, right? You won't, be able, to give him things. Right. Like how you began to be spendthrift and all that. Even diapers nak kena tukar brand.
Yeah. Yep.
Lower tier.
Lower tier, that kind of things. You
Susu
get what I mean?
sama, yeah.
Even the milk, right?
Yeah.
You see, it is all about conservative spending.
Investing,
Back to conservative spending, right? So you don't really feel that, hey, you are fulfilling, the full role as how you want it to be. There's nothing wrong about buying cheaper products. I don't deny. I mean,
It's
I
okay.
do not agree about with the thought that, hey, someone should buy expensive. There's no wrong to that.
Yeah.
But it's just a sense of fulfillment. I'm able
Correct.
to give you better. That's about it only.
Okay.
You see? So that was a challenge. 200 resumes, bro. Sent out.
You counted it.
Plus minus lah.
Right. Yeah.
Plus
There's a
minus.
lot.
Yeah, 200 resumes sent out. Okay. And I was considered redundant to get a role at where I was before. Okay, for the future employment.
Oh, really?
No joke. And
Why?
most of those that replied willing to give me a role that is, much lower with I think some of them even offered, half the pay that what I used to get before. Marketing is such a job that once you hit, the manager level, senior manager, head of marketing, VP, whatever, okay, it's all about balancing the cost.
Yeah. Agree.
Okay, there's no such thing as like you're doing more job than another one. And the VP is just down there to direct the instructions after the meeting, okay, and to let you know that you're hitting the cost KPI. You get what I mean? Or maybe you're hitting the revenue ROI and all that. You get what I mean, right? You see, because technically speaking, right, the job is about the same. And that's the reason why you see that those people who have actually reached, the head of marketing position, it's very easy for them to become, VP, and it's very easy for them to become, CFO, because technically the job is the same.
Yeah.
You see, right?
Okay. So that was when you lost your job. And then was that also the time where you started at Guru?
Okay. I didn't start at Guru immediately, right? It took me about 2 months.
Okay.
After the 200 resumes.
After 200 resumes, I went for some interviews, I didn't really like. So I'm trying to be fussy, because if the role is the same and half the salary, is
It's not fair for you.
it's not fair, because your responsibility and accountability, has to be on par. You see, have to be on par, with what you're supposed to be getting.
Yeah.
So you can't be telling me that job market is bad and because of that, I'm able to pay you lesser. Or you can't be telling me that, hey, someone is willing, to take out the job for this amount of money. Why not you? You get what I mean? Because at the end of the day, because if you were to look at it, right? Okay, the longer you work, the bigger are your liabilities. Would you agree or not?
Yep.
Yeah.
Correct, right? You want to buy houses, you get loan for houses, right? Of course, you need to have a larger CPF to contribute. Correct, all right?
Yeah.
Yep.
If you have to take a smaller pay cut, I got top up cash. Correct, all right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see, so I mean, when you come to think of it, it's not being fussy, but if I'm going to take up a job that I can't, I can use it to support my lifestyle, and I'll be struggling, and I need to work a second job, in order for me to sustain my liabilities. What's the point of taking out the first job in the first place?
But at that point of time, does your wife ever like offer like, okay, since you go for this interview, this is the pay that you are expecting, maybe I should go back to work?
Yes, definitely. Definitely. Good question, bro. Yeah, she wanted to volunteer, right? In fact, she went out,
Send resumes.
she sent a resume. She went for a few interviews. She got accepted at one place. Okay, so she went for, I think, the first and second day. My son went hysterical.
Alamak.
Okay, because my son was,
Attached.
it's too attached, with my wife.
Yeah.
You get it? So just imagine not seeing his mother when he's young, for the whole day, right? And then when my wife came back and my son was hysterical, she could not live with it, right? So, and that was when she said, "Hey, it's gonna be quite not gonna be easy, for me. It's not gonna be easy. It's gonna be tough if we were to, if I were to work." So I thought, yeah, I understand that, so let's hope for the best, you see, right? And but 2 months later, I spoke to my ex-boss.
Okay.
My ex-boss was also fired, he was my CEO.
Oh, I see.
The same company lah.
Same company.
Okay.
He was also fired, and even the director of human resource was also fired in India.
Who fired here? Wow.
So it's like, you fire me, another person fire you, that kind of things,
Same boat lah.
It's the same boat, Basically, technically speaking, I mentioned to you earlier on.
That means the person all the way to the top, they let the people below them to do the dirty work first, and then they do the final dirty work.
Yeah, final dirty work, So it's like that. It's like that.
Okay.
It's like that,
Cruel.
So yeah, it's cruel, So normally a corporate takeovers is always like that. Corporate takeover is always like that, right? Where they'll have to revamp the whole entire team, right? The whole entire management. They have to change, the whole entire management.
It's like a football team lah. If a new manager come in, he revamp the whole stuff.
Yeah,
They
correct.
have
Good
to-
analogy.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so he was telling me that, hey, if you keep finding job, you can't, why not, you try to set up, your own business.
Who gave you the idea?
He was the one who told me.
The boss.
The boss, was telling
okay,
me that I've
nice.
been working with you, right? Sometimes that's the thing, you're not able to see, what you can do, but other people, they have got this kind of foresight, they can tell. You see, what are your strengths. Sometimes during those moments, at the biggest period of your life, you do some soul searching, also no point. You will not find the answer. So he kind of like came at the right point, in my life, where he unlocked some things. He told me that, hey, try training.
Okay.
Try training. So at the point of time, I was already very hands-on, with FB marketing and all that, right? We've done, campaigns, for the company, we've in five digits and all that, every month, right? So we kind of like, way back then, we already have the experience, to that, you see. And my learning journey, was using the company resources.
Yeah.
So I had a very fair share of trial and error and all that, right?
Wow.
And learning, without using my own budget.
Okay.
You see, so I had that, I had a learning curve.
Yeah.
You see, and that's the best part about it.
Yeah, and you're paid. You're paid to
You're
learn.
paid to do mistakes.
Yeah.
Nice.
Right, those days, that was the learning journey, bro. Right, okay, so and he was telling me that, then he was saying that, hey, why not, you try, to set up, training. I think training is the in thing right now. That was in 2017. Everyone wants to be, a coach, a trainer at that point of time. why don't you jump in? There's a huge demand, down there.
Yeah.
Was telling me, right? He was saying that you're good at doing presentation. You're good at articulating, the right message and make yourself, be heard by people. Why not? You try it, then you see how it goes. If you don't try it, you won't know. That's what he told me. So then I had deep thought and I discussed with my wife. Should I or should I not? Right? Okay. Then I try.
Take the leap of faith.
Okay, I took the leap of faith, without any second thoughts. Right. So that was when, I created my own advertisement. I haven't even registered my company yet.
Okay.
Okay, at the point of time. Right. So I created advertisement. I ran. Okay. I targeted to fill my class 3 weeks later.
Okay.
I ran my advertisement. I even booked a training room for a few days, on a few dates. Pre-book the training room. And the best part was that I picked the one in Orchard Road, thinking it's a centralized area. Right? Okay, since it's in Orchard, people will actually come down.
Yeah.
Orchard,
Bro, 4 people sign up, bro.
Only
For the first
4
one.
people sign up. I spent $2,000. Only 4 people sign up.
Oh. And how much
No
you charge at that point of time?
Very cheap. Very cheap. I wasn't making money. I was losing money. Then I haven't even add, the $400 over training room cost for full day booking. Then I was thinking, hey, what went wrong, man?
Tuition fee,
I'm a marketer,
Yeah.
right? And I can't even market my own product. Just imagine that.
Yeah.
You try your first launch and you can't even sell the courses. Then I realized, oh shit, no wonder why. It can't work. Nobody knows me, right?
Yeah.
Nobody knows me. You see, so if people don't know me, right, how am I going to advertise myself? Correct, right? How are they going to buy my courses?
Trainings,
Either I just keep running the ad and I hope to see the results increasing next month because people will familiarize myself. Will be more familiar with me, right? Improve on the content. Marketing content, come up with better graphics and that kind of things, right? You see, and then after that, hoping from that, and third month, I'll be able to actually be profitable.
Okay.
But that's going to be a long stretch.
Yes.
It's going to deplete, especially when you're not working.
Yeah.
It's going to deplete your resources. That's scary. I kept thinking, and then how am I going to re-strategize this? My wife gave me the idea. Okay. Why don't you contact E2I?
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and see whether you can take out the training room down there or not. And then I realized, then I had a spark. Oh yeah, E2I is a government institution.
Yes.
I leverage on their branding. Why hadn't I thought of that? Then I contacted E2I. Okay, then we managed to secure a training room down there. Right? Then I ran my courses. You see, I ran my course at E2I. The first date itself, I fully booked the whole room. 40 seats were sold.
Wow.
Just on the first date itself. Just on the first date.
Okay.
That was the opening. Then I realized one thing. Okay, that I hadn't thought of when I started my business. Branding, bro. I leverage on Devon Nair Institution, Until today, this story is so remarkable, right? It's in fact during my classes, my training classes, I shared with my student the power of branding, right? A power of making your brand, synonymous, to Singaporeans across all walks of life. And this is my true life account. I was dead broke. By leveraging on that, I was able to have my breakthrough.
Wow.
Devon Nair Institute.
Devon Nair, always remember that.
Is it a Jurong?
Devon Nair.
Yes, that's the one. That's the one.
Devon Nair and also E2I.
That's correct. It's the same. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. It's Devon Nair Institution,
Yeah.
right? But I think the government body that was running is Employment and Employability Institute.
Yeah.
Correct. If I'm not wrong. Yeah.
I thought E2I is an NTUC.
Oh yeah.
Yes, NTUC.
Okay. Under NTUC. You see, so yeah, that was it. Then.
Okay, so what is the difference aside from you leveraging on the brand and the place? What about your marketing punya collaterals? Was it the same thing that you use?
Of course, we changed now. You have every night you book the place down there. Of course, I have to use.
Promote the place.
Yeah, 80% off full FB ad training. Okay, at E2I. Who doesn't want to come?
Government some more, legit. Right?
Okay.
It's legit, correct. So leverage on the branding lah.
Okay. And the 80% subsidy, is it your subsidy or itu already
When you're
assist
new,
with
you have to give a good discount. Bro,
Okay,
to attract
understand.
people. You see, you can't command that. You see, the thing about my courses, I don't like to price it at where everyone's pricing it. I believe that there's a gap between the thousands of dollars of courses,
Yes.
right, and the one which is cheaper. My whole goal over here is this. I wouldn't mind having 10 classes. I meet 10 times more people. Rather than doing an expensive ticket class, which I think by today I'm able to run. If I want to sell a thousands of dollars kind of class,
ticket.
right, I'm able to run it. But what's the point of getting only 10 people and paying a few thousand rather than you leverage on the masses, each of them paying lesser. Now, if you're going to talk about brand acceleration, which one comes first? Which one will actually give you the mileage?
The one with
The one that you're charging lesser because more people knows you. See,
and also
The quantity lah.
you will also build your own community.
yes,
That's
build your own followers.
Huge.
And because of that, I'm thankful because of that strategy. We are surviving until today. Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
The message is not being tamak lah.
But humble yourself.
Yeah, charge cheap. Never mind. Everyone, learn something. Everyone is happy. You get what I mean, right? You see, and at the same time, it's also one ibadah for us.
Nice.
You see the way I look at it, lah. Right?
Awesome.
When you have the right kind of, I would say that charging people a fair deal. Right? When they come, they learn something from you. That dua is a miracle. Just imagine you quantify that with a number of people, Chinese, Malay, India, whatever, and all that. They say that they're thankful for the training.
That's a doa, right?
Exactly. Those are the I would say the food for your soul.
Oh, guys, that's a golden nugget over there. With that, Amir, we end segment number 2.
Yes.
And we thank Shad for that. And guys, there's more golden nuggets to be shared with Shad Salleh. Stay tuned to episode number 3. Bye-bye.